All right, let's dive right into this explainer and peek under the hood. We're going to see exactly how the websites we use every single day are actually built. Welcome to a quick journey into the fundamental structure of the web, HTML.
Before we even look at the raw code, I want you to think about the invisible skeleton that gives every article, every social feed, and every shopping site its shape. Literally, every image and paragraph is held up by this intricate digital scaffolding.
To get a solid handle on this, we'll use a building metaphor for today's agenda. We're starting with Section 1, the blueprint, block elements. Then, Section 2, the ultimate container, div. Moving indoors for Section 3, furnishing with text elements. And wrapping up with Section 4, styling and formatting text. Let's get to it.
Okay, Section 1, the blueprint, block elements. Let's lay the foundation.
So block elements are essentially the major rooms of our digital house. They naturally stack right on top of each other, and here's the key. They greedily take up all the horizontal space they possibly can. They're the absolute core organizational structures of any page you visit. These are the sturdy walls organizing our content. We're relying on tags for paragraphs, headings that range from H1 to H6, and distinct content areas like sections, headers, and footers to really give a page its overall shape. When you translate that raw code into visual output, it's super clear how the browser forces each block to start on a brand new line. The heading, the paragraph, the division, they definitely don't sit side by side. They stack vertically, claiming their full width. Moving right along to Section 2, the ultimate container, div. Time to zoom in on the most versatile building block of them all. The div element is what we call a generic container. What that actually means is it's specifically designed to group other HTML elements together. This way, you can apply styles or design layouts to that whole room at once. So instead of painting a dozen individual pieces of furniture, the div lets you paint the entire room in one go. Pretty handy, right?
You can see the div tag acting as the ultimate wrapper here. By opening a div tag, dropping a heading and a paragraph inside, and then closing it, you're neatly grouping them together into one unified structural unit.
All right, Section 3, furnishing with text elements. Now that our digital house has walls and rooms, we get to start decorating.
While block elements are your physical structure, text elements are totally the interior design. They don't build new rooms, but they make the content inside those rooms readable, engaging, and perfectly structured for whoever is visiting. We really have an incredible toolkit of text elements at our disposal. From structural headings down to highly specific visual styling tags, we've got total granular control over exactly how our information is digested.
Think of heading elements as creating a strict visual hierarchy. You start at the very top with an H1 tag for your massive main title. Then you shrink sequentially down through H2 to H5 for subsections, all the way down to H6 for your smallest subtitles. It's basically the outline of a well-organized book.
Now, the BR, or line break tag, is a highly specific tool. It forces text onto a new line without actually triggering a completely new paragraph block. It's a quick, inline drop. Honestly, it's perfect for formatting things like mailing addresses or even poetry.
And then there's the HR tag. It drops in a horizontal rule, literally just a line straight across the page, that perfectly separates content visually. It's a hard signal to your reader that a distinct shift has occurred, kind of like moving from the introduction right into the conclusion.
Which brings us to Section 4, styling and formatting text. Let's look at the micro-level tags that give our content its distinct visual flair.
Here is a super fascinating distinction. The B tag and the strong tag, they both output visually identical, thick, bold text. But underneath the hood, the strong tag communicates to the browser and, crucially to screen readers, that this text carries high semantic importance. It's not just a visual style, it actually means something.
And that exact same relationship applies to italics. The I tag makes text visually italic, sure, but the M tag adds true semantic emphasis. It tells the software that this specific word should be read with stressed importance.
Beyond bold and italics, the toolkit goes really deep. You can easily underline text using the U tag, highlight crucial words with the mark tag, or, and this is a classic, shrink your text down for copyright dates and legal fine print using the small tag. The subscript tag, or sub, takes a specific character and drops it completely below the normal text line. This is exactly the formatting you'd need to properly display chemical formulas, like H2O.
Conversely, the superscript tag, or sub, raises the text above the normal line.
This perfectly formats mathematical equations, so you can easily type out x squared with that little 2 floating right up where it belongs.
Now, if you ever need to show a change in data, say a huge discount on a shopping site, the del tag is absolutely perfect. It represents deleted content and displays it with a clear, undeniable strike-through line. No missing that. And naturally, you'd follow that deleted text right up with the ins tag, representing newly inserted text. It outputs with a super clean underline, instantly drawing the user's eye to the updated, accurate information, like your newly discounted price. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I have a challenge for you. Take a look at the webpage you're currently on right now. What invisible tags are holding it all together? Which parts are the massive structural blocks and which are the stylistic text furnishings making it pop? Once you learn to see this digital blueprint, you realize the web isn't just pages you read, it's architecture you experience. Thanks for exploring this with us today.